welcome back to my channel. My name is Derica and you are watching Shelflovewithdee. Welcome back to another weekly wrap-up of my reads and streams. Now y'all, this past week has been a little crazy for me, a little out of the norm for our usual routine due to this crazy winter weather that they've been talking about all week that we were going to get. So with that being said, we were in preparation mode all week for that, making sure we were stocked and set to be snowed in. We are officially snowed in. We have not gotten that 11 inches of snow that they said we were going to get. Nonetheless, we are snowed in and school has already been canceled for Monday. So now that we are officially snowed in, I'm hoping that I will be able to just kind of chill out and get more reading done and have even more books to discuss with you guys on the next weekly wrap up. With that being said, let's get into the sweatshirt real quick. How cute is this? If you know me, you know that I loved and still love author. Every day after school at 3 p.m. I was coming home, turning that TV on and watching author before I got to my chores. I saw this sweatshirt a while back on Instagram, and I was like, I love it. I have to have it. I put it on my Christmas wish list and the family came through. I do believe this specifically came from my mom. So once again, shout out to mom. Thank you so much. It says, having fun isn't hard if you have a library card. And if you are an author fan or have ever watched that episode, it's a song that they sing on there. It's like, having fun isn't hard if you've got a library card. And so it just gets stuck in my head. And I, to this day, as you can see, 36 years old, I still remember the song, still love author. So I just wanted to take a little moment to highlight my little sweatshirt because I just thought it was so cute. And I will try to remember to put the website in the description box if you are interested in getting it. There is another sweatshirt that she has on her site that is a DW one, and I want to say it's like, do you even read? Definitely got to get that one next. So let's not prolong this any longer. Let's go ahead and get into this weekly wrap-ups. And of course, we will be starting with my reads. So the first book up that I read this past week was Plus Size Player. Now, if you are a Danielle Allen fan or a fan of the Curvy Girl series, you know this is book 2 in that Curvy Girl series. I believe it's the exact name. I rated this book 3 to 3.5 stars. It was so hard for me to land on 3 stars because I am a Danielle Allen fan because of Curvy Girl Summer. I loved Curvy Girl Summer down. That book was so good, so well written, so balanced, the pacing, all of it. I just adored the book. I love the chemistry between Ahmad and I want to say her name is Aaliyah. I can't remember. Love that book down. So when Plus Size Player was out, I'm like, okay, let me read book 2. I was so excited to read it, and I just feel like it fell flat for me. Now, like I said with Curvy Girl Summer, I felt like it was balanced. And what I mean by that, it was enough flirting, enough dialogue, enough banter between the 2 main characters, and enough of that kind of passionate, lusty chemistry between them as well. For me, Plus Size Player was all lust and too much of it. I wouldn't say that I am someone who just loves smut reading. I am okay with some smut as long as it is not overpowering the actual plot. Now, for me personally, Nina and Russell's chemistry was sex driven, and it is okay, of course, for a couple to have a high sex drive, to be extremely attracted to each other. But I just felt like the book was all lust, all smut, and very little plot. In this book, Nina is a plus size fashion model, Instagram model, and Russell owns his own business. And Nina is a player. She has a guy who is fun. She has a guy who is smart. She has a guy who is like business savvy that she can learn from, things like that. So she has a guy for every need. So she's not committed to any of these men. She just calls upon them as she needs or sees fit, which is all fine and dandy, whatever. Russell is the one guy who challenges her, playerism, and he's the one that reaches, touches something deep in her, and she starts catching feelings for him and finding herself wanting to spend more time with him than the other guys. All that was so, all that was fine. I just hate that it seemed, let's not say literally, but it seemed every page or every other page was sex was them. Like, even if they ran into each other somehow at an event or something, it was just like, I couldn't wait to just tear his clothes off and and then they would go explicitly into the sex scene or the sex thoughts, and it was just sex with very little plot. It was so much sex that I almost DNF'd the book, because I'm just like, I already wasn't just into that storyline already, but I was like, okay, it's going to be a cute little love story in the mix. The Instagram part will be a small part, and it was, but it was like so small. This was not balanced for me, and I really wanted to like it more than I did. I expected to like it more than I did. Dare I say, I expected more from Danielle Allen. I am looking forward to reading book 3. I would like to finish out the Curve Girl series. I am just hoping that book 3 is more balanced. I am also hoping that once this series, it ends, which I believe book 3 will be the last one, if I'm not mistaken, I would like to read more by Danielle. I'm not sure of any of her other works outside of the Curve Girl series, but I would just like to see Danielle's writing. I would like to see if her writing ends up having a little bit more depth to it. She is amazing at writing chemistry. She's amazing at writing dialogue and, that connection between friends and lovers. But I just would like to see it have a bit more depth, a bit more oomph to it. Right now, it's reading, I don't want to say YA, because I really did love Curvy Girl Summer. I think she did that one so well. This one for me was almost like, I wish she would have took another year to push it out. And maybe that year would have helped you to just think a little more on their love story and how it all unfolds. But this one is very, very sex heavy. I did not enjoy it. I really just finished it for the sake of completing it, because I do want to move on to book 3, but it was not my favorite. It was not my favorite. Curvy Girl Summer still stands at number 1 for me in this series. I hope to like Big Girl Blitz, which is book 3. I am curious though, have any of you guys read Plus Size Player? Do we share the same thoughts, or do you feel like you loved Plus Size Player? What did you rate it? And it could just be me. I know that every book, especially in a series, is not going to be a hit. For me, most times book 1 or movie 1 is always better than the ones that follow it. But I just was hoping to love Plus Size Player. I had waited so long to read it. Finally got around to getting to it, checking it out from the library. And it didn't do it for me. It just did not do it for me. It was way too sex heavy for me. Way too sex heavy for me, and very little plot. And the storyline just wasn't enough for me to really even just, it wasn't enough to hold my attention. I found myself like skipping past a little bit, especially the sex scenes, because they went on so long. But anyways, enough of that. Would I recommend this book? Yes, if you are someone who likes smut, if you are someone like me that likes a little more plot or balance, or those things don't really do much for you, I would say no, because this book is sex heavy. But as I said, I will be finishing out the Curve Girl series. I believe that book comes out in April, and if that is not correct, it will be on the screen, of course. But moving on to the next book that I read was The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison. And that is also another reason that I did not get a lot of books read this week. I've said it before that if and when I read a Toni Morrison book, that it has to be by itself. It has to be at a time that I can really focus, because it is very poetic, very floetic, very just, deep thinking, and the wording is almost like a puzzle. So you have to pay attention so well to literally every word, because missing one word can have your whole understanding of the story just confused and misunderstood and misinterpreted. I did read this book immersively. Toni Morrison reads her own stories. She does her own audiobooks, which I think is perfect because her writing is so complex that I think it's only best that she did the audiobooks, because she can read it in the way that she wants it to be understood or interpreted. However, this was a very heavy read. I rated this book 5 stars. It is such a heavy, deep, reflective read. It is just, you definitely have to be in the right headspace for The Bluest Eye, because it's a sad story. And it's a heavy read, but it hits on some topics. It hits on the idea of beauty and where it came from and how much value and importance we put on beauty. But what I loved the most was where did this come from, that you are less than, or you're insignificant, or you're not valued or wanted if you aren't pretty. And then who decided what was pretty? Like, the way she breaks it down, the way she weaves it all together, and the effects of that way of thinking on children, and how it could start from somewhere as simple as, you going to school one day and a kid just makes fun of the texture of your hair, or tells you that you're ugly, or points out that you're black. Just different things that you start, keeping in your mind, that tells you, oh, this makes me ugly, or this makes me less important, or this makes me, insignificant. And it's just such a deep read. It literally left me to just think about that, of like how much is put on physical beauty, that the inner beauty so many times just gets overlooked. And so many of us don't value ourselves simply because of, we don't meet the things on the list that says that we're beautiful. And in this book, it is about a girl named Collab, who her heart's desire is to have blue eyes, because, she grew up in a time where, slavery is not far off. She sees all these white little girls with, their foo-foo dresses and blonde curls and blue eyes. And to her, because of the time that she was brought up, because of, what she's seen around her, and, not getting that validation and affirmation from her mom, she learns that blue eyes make you beautiful. Blonde hair makes you beautiful. So she is praying and wishing and trying to find ways to, how can I get blue eyes? Because she believes once she gets those blue eyes, that she will be beautiful, she will be wanted, she will be loved. And in the end, she gets her blue eyes, but she lost her mind behind it. And in the process, it shows how, she was raised in a 2-parent home, but it was a toxic home, and the things that happened to her, oh my gosh, that was it is such a good read. I would actually read it again, this time to take notes, to annotate, to really just sit and think and meditate on what Toni took the time to put together for us to really think on, and, what we are doing to our children. And when we ourselves are broken, how we are just creating, generations and generations of broken people. And, how, I don't, you have to read it. You have to read it. It's such a deep read. It's such a deep read, and I just felt so bad for Piccola, because she just wanted to feel love. She just wanted to know that she was beautiful. And, she didn't have, all the pretty dresses and the pretty clothes and the good hair. Even in the book, her mom said that when she was born, she looked at her and was like, she's ugly, and she's black. I forget what she compared her to, but, it was just like, so from the moment that she was birthed into the world, I'm sure felt that her mom even, thought of her as ugly. And so it really just highlights, the thought process of physical beauty and what that does to us when we feel that we don't have it. So definitely would recommend The Bluest Eye. Please read it at a time that it is the only book you're reading. I highly recommend reading it immersively so that you can hear how the flow it should go and how it should be read and how it should be understood. But also just be prepared. Please check the triggers, because this book hits some deep, heavy, traumatic, toxic things. And, your mental health is very important. So before you dive into that one, this may be one of the Toni Morrison books that you don't read, but please check the triggers on that one first. So that's it for my reads. Moving on to my streams. So this past week, I started Lies We Tell. Y'all, that show right there. Another thing that had me in a chokehold this past week, there was 3 seasons and I've already watched it all. And now I'm at the point to where I have to wait for, the next episode for season 3, but it is so good. I saw that this is based off a book, so I will be reading that book as well. I'll put that up on the screen so you can see, that book cover if you're interested in reading it. But this show is 5 stars. Now I will start by saying it is sex heavy season 1. Very sex heavy. I would say the first maybe 6-7 episodes are very, very sex heavy. They are trying to show how in college, they're young, wild, and free. Everybody's kind of sleeping with everybody, and how hormones are high. But more importantly, they are showing how the main character's relationship, their toxic relationship, is the foundation of it is sex, and how they kind of get off on making each other mad and making up and then having angry sex. If y'all hear Eden in the background, I think she just got in trouble, maybe, so she's crying, but sorry about that. But anyways, they are trying to show how, the foundation of their relationship is toxic, and they get off on, making each other angry or jealous and then making back up, having angry sex and things like that. But once they get past all that crap around episode 6 or 7 of season 1, it just takes off, and the main character, Steven, is a-hole. But y'all, what I love about this book is it's a web, how one lie that this person told affected this, and then that lie affected this, and that lie affected this, and then throughout the whole series you were seeing how everything kind of fits together, like, oh, because you told that lie, it caused this person to think that, and it made them do this, and then it caused that, and then they told a lie, so then it caused this. The whole thing is a ripple effect, and it starts from them being in college, and as freshmen, and then it kind of flashes back and forth. It flashes back and forth from them just starting college as freshmen, and then, sophomore year, going through each year, and then it will flash back to like present day where, where they're at in adulthood. I'll just say that. So highly recommend, Lies We Tell, or Tell Me Lies. I'll put it up on the screen. I can't think of the exact name, but if you like messy drama, shows or books, and also like that intricate design where lies or stories intertwine, you will love it down. So definitely check that one out. And the other thing that I watched was a movie. It was Waiting to Exhale. I have just been wanting to watch this movie. It's been on my mind here lately. I've watched that movie 1,000 times. I know it word for word. I know we all know Angela's part with 732, the number of times we made love. I know everybody knows that part. I know it word for word. I know the movie, just love it down. And it is just a nostalgic feel. I was watching that movie before I even understood really what love was, what heartbreak was, but love that movie, love the friendship, love to see the amazing cast, and it is the 10 out of 10, 5 stars. I love it. If you have not watched Waiting to Exhale, highly recommend it. Not sure if there's anybody out there who has never watched it, but Whitney did an amazing job. Angela Bassett did. The whole cast was just A1. And I look forward to reading that book. I've heard the book is a little different from the movie, so I've only ever watched the movie, so I will be definitely purchasing the book and comparing and just seeing the differences of that. So yeah, that is it. That is all for my weekly wrap-ups of my reads and streams. I do have some upcoming reads that I am excited to share with you guys. I think I will be doing a reading weekend vlog soon as well. If there is anything that you would like to see on my channel, please feel free to let me know down in the comments. And don't forget to let me know what your current reads are. And also, what is the weather like where you're at? Have you guys gotten any snow? And are you someone who loves the snow or despises it? I'm in the mix. I like to look at it, may even play in it for a little bit with the kids. But as long as I don't have to drive in it, I'm cool. All right, that's it. That is all. And until next time, don't forget to show yourself some love today.
Blessed with another chance, blessed with another chance, blessed with another chance, I am.